Hello everybody. I'm going to show you the same canvas that I was using, and the theme is still fishing on the Big Blue. It's changed radically because I realized that I was just showing off the Big Blue. I wasn't doing anything about fishing. So back we go to make this a fishing. I want to let you see what is going on. Big change. This is now a sandbar. And this is where the fisherman fishing family will be. At least some of it. The opposite bank, muddy bank, and then this is the sky. Because when you're down here, you cannot see over that bank enough to see what might see. Well, you'll see some trees and stuff, maybe some weeds, but what you're not going to see is the other farmer's land very much. Okay, I hope you're seeing this okay. I put some like river mud along here so you could, hopefully it'll give it a I should actually do it like this to give it that raised up. I hope. Make a little bit raised up. Where's that? Oh, there it is. Burnt umber. In 2019, there was a major flood on the Big Blue. What's the matter, hon?
I just looking to see if there's any swelling or not.
Push in. No, that's bouncing right back. That pitted for about a minute. Or not a minute, about a second.
Right on the bone.
Yeah, well, that's kind of... I don't know if I worry too much there. Try your foot.
Foot?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah. Is that bouncing back?
Yeah.
And you don't have a lot of edema right now then, which is a good deal. I don't know. It keeps wanting to rain and not wanting to rain. Anyway, back to you and the story. Joe has been having some problems with edema in his legs and stuff lately. It's gotten to where it's kind of worrying him a little bit now, so he's checking that pitting every day to make sure that he's not getting a lot of edema. Now, if you've been, a lot of rivers do have. A lot of times it ends up as driftwood, but they do have, a lot of times, need a small brush. A lot of times they do have, you know, little trees and brush growing alongside. I can't decide what I'm doing. Okay. put some little Now, along the rivers, you're going to see a lot of trees. I mean, sometimes, if it's like, you know, one of those big creeks or something like Indian Creek, you're going to see more trees than water. I mean, you're going to have to be driving on a bridge right over the water a lot of times to see it. Other times, the big Indian lake or creek is a lot fuller when, depending on how much rain and how much. But I'm going to put a few that are just growing on the edge, and there's a good reason for this, but just on the edge of the bank, and they're like growing out of the bank and up. Because those trees are the, oh jeez, that's too wet. What the devil? Either I'm in too big of a rush. Maybe my brush was still wet from something. So I'd rather it look a little bit like leaves. Instead of just, you know, on some things, yeah, I'll do just a little circular tree, but something where you're looking close up, I'd rather have something looking like leaves in there. In 2019, I started this sentence a couple of times. There was major flooding along the Blue River and down Kansas south to Tuttle Creek, which is a huge, now I don't know who named it, but it's not Turtle Creek, it's Tuttle. So whoever, probably one of the engineers of the lake and the dam, probably their name was chosen. I don't know. But there is down there on that lake, there is a big dam. And when it floods up near the farm grounds, or, you know, well, let's just say when it floods south of that Tuttle, or of that dam, golly, I'm trying to talk. When it floods south of that dam, then if they don't open the floodgates and let some of that water run out, it's going to be very, then the flooding is much deeper. Now, most times flooding isn't that, you know, doesn't get nearly to the place where it was in 2019. 2019 was not a good year. That water backed up so far. It covered almost every field, all the way back through Blue Rapids. My parents' farm, they had a really bad thing this year, because when all that water receded along the river, it left a lot of dead trees and brush. Oh, a lot of it. Let's just put it, it was a lot. They had a fire, and I was reading on Facebook, the Blue River is on fire. The big Blue River's on fire. I thought, how can the river? Well, then I finally realized what they meant is all that brush. And I mean, there was probably almost 100 yards of dead trees and just all kinds of dead stuff. And it took them a long time. It got started burning this year. I don't know how it got set off. I don't know if somebody set it. I don't know, but I know it was burning out of control for quite some time. And they thought that they would never get it. They thought they'd never get it put out until it burned off everything. But they did. They did manage to get it put out. That's it. That's all I can do for tonight. And I probably will, I'll probably work more on this one tomorrow instead of I don't know what I had on the schedule, but I'll probably do more on this one. So I love you. Take care of yourselves. Good night. Go out there, share that smile and wave I just gave you. Somebody's needing it. And good night and God bless.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.